How do you picture the future of facts in political discourse, given the trends toward dishonest definitions of terms like racism and wealth inequality on the left, and the rise of alternative facts and outright lies that, to your credit, you've called out frequently on the right?
Okay, so I think that my hope is that there will be enough young people who actually care about truth, that the reaction to what is a post-truth society, a post-fact society — this was a post-fact election. You had Hillary Clinton, who's a pathological liar on one side, and Donald Trump, who's a congenital liar on the other. So, and I said this during the campaign openly, which did not make me popular with some folks on my own side. I think that there will be a reaction where people demand the truth from their leaders, or we can just hunker down in our various bubbles, and people on the right will believe what people on the right want to believe, and people on the left will believe what people on the left want to believe, and we'll never be able to talk with each other. Because it's one thing for us to agree on a set of facts and then disagree about the conclusions to draw from those facts. It's a lot more dangerous when we can't even agree what the facts are. And right now, there's not even basic agreements on what the facts are, and a lot of purposeful vagueness from our politicians doesn't help the problem. And opportunism in political discourse doesn't help the problem. Just a quick example, and then we'll move. And that is, to take an example, Donald Trump over the weekend on Friday night, he said that his exact wording was something like, there was something terrible happened in Sweden last night. Sweden has been inundated with immigrants, and that's really done terrible things for crime. It's not an exact quote, obviously. It's a paraphrase. So with the left centered on something terrible happened in Sweden last night, and they said he was talking about a terrorist attack, and he's a liar. And the right centered, and then the left went one step, okay, so he shouldn't have made a reference like that because it wasn't clear what he was referring to. That's true. Then the left went one step further, and they said there's no problem in Sweden. And then the right went, whoa, wait, hold on a second. There is a problem in Sweden, and he's totally right about the second half of that statement. So instead of people holding these two thoughts simultaneously in their mind, that Trump shouldn't have said something happened in Sweden last night, and also there's problems in Sweden, the right goes, there's problems in Sweden, and the left goes, there was no terrorist attack in Sweden, nothing's happening in Sweden. And this is how you end up with the two sides screaming at each other like banshees and nothing actually getting done.